It's going to be good. Probably not, but we're going to do it anyway. Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I am Martelle, and with me always is Randy.
I don't know what's up. What is up with you?
Well,
what's the motto with you?
I just spent some time trying to put some shit together, as you were doing the same for a Friday show. Friday Fuck Off. That's what I'm going to start calling Friday shows.
Okay.
I mean, Fuck Off Fridays.
Fuck it all Friday.
Oh, Sharon, did you hear that?
No, it's a medication. F-U-K-I-T-O-L.
Yeah, fuck it all.
Fuck it all. Take a fuck it all.
Yeah, and then forget about everything. But I did pour us some Maker's Mark as well.
Okay.
So we have Maker's Mark, and it is we've done it on the show once before. It's the toasted marshmallow. It's the hand-dipped bottle that I did when I was down in.
Nice.
I think that just felt appropriate.
Okay.
So, how do you feel about Ohio becoming more like Florida?
Ohio's just everybody.
It's Florida North.
Yeah, I mean,
but
being honest,
but now it's starting to become like a meme. Like instead of that must be Florida.
We did the Ohio versus Florida, man.
We did.
And that was a thing that I found online and quizzed you on. So
we did.
Yeah, I don't know if it's becoming. I think people are just realizing it.
Yeah,
I think it's always been North Florida, and everybody from Ohio retires to either Florida or Arizona, it seems.
Yeah, I would take either one of those because it's warm. I'm fine with that. Ooh, that hit different today. Speaking of hitting different, I found an article. The article is the newest teen slang trends of 2022.
Oh, geez, here we
and this is from familyeducation.com.
Oh, my God.
Which
I bet it'll be funky fresh.
Which we all know is either a serious, like, alt-right Christian youth organization or they're just fucking wacky.
I know nothing about them.
I don't either, but I found it because of a search term that I was looking for. So we're going to go over the 2022 youth slang terms.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's dive right in.
So we're going to do this kind of in an Urban Dictionary format.
Oh, jeez.
I'm going to just give you the word, and you tell me what you think the definition is. These are going to be pretty goddamn easy.
I think the bird is the word.
Am I right?
All right. Let's get into it.
I just gave it to you.
Am I right?
Am I right?
As in A-M-I-R-I-T-E?
Yes.
I use that.
Right.
Yeah. That's just
Fit.
Fit is a slang term?
It's a word. It just says fit.
I would say if somebody said that's fit or they're fit, it's like in shape. It's...
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
You're batting 100 so far. Low key.
I think you want to bat 1,000.
Well, you're only batting 100.
I'm 2 for 2 at the plate, but I'm still only batting 100.
That's right.
I'm terrible. Low key means on the down low. When I was a kid, it was keep it on the DL. Now they say, well, people say like I low key love.
Yeah. So
that movie,
same thing. All right.
Or whatever.
Situationship.
I would say that's a complicated relationship. A situation that's where a guy and a girl are still figuring out their gender, so they don't know who's the boy in the relationship.
That would be. I like that definition. The definition is it's more than a friendship, less than a relationship.
That's so dumb.
Are you ready for this one?
We just call that dating.
Yeah.
Or going out.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's so dumb.
This one you're never going to get though. Savage. I had to wait till you were mid-drink, too.
Mid-drink? You starting to spit out Maker's Mark? That's not new.
It's not new.
That's not new in 2022.
No.
We've been saying that's savage for...
2015.
Since 2012 when the world ended.
So, this one is... I'm sure it's pronounced op, but I'm going to go ahead and go OP. OPP. Other people's property. You down with OPP?
Yeah, you know me.
Yeah. The word is OPP. Op.
OPP? Opportunity?
Opponent.
It's not slang. That's just shortening a word.
Right.
I mean, in context, anybody could
fucking
get that.
Awful. I read through these and I'm like, we're doing these because they're fucking awful.
Okay.
Sussy.
That's suspicious.
Sus, yeah.
That's sus.
Ugh.
I've never heard sussy, though. I've heard sus.
Yeah. Hits different.
You used that already.
I know.
Is that why you use that? That hit different today.
Yeah, Maker's Mark hit different.
It just means that it strikes you funny or...
It's better than usual.
Yeah.
Sleep on.
When you sleep on somebody or sleep on something, it's like a sleeper when we were racing.
Yeah.
Sleepers, they're underestimated.
Don't underestimate.
Don't sleep on this whiskey.
Yassify. Yassify. Yassify.
No clue. That sounds like a name of a foreign politician.
To yassify something or someone is to glam them up until they're almost unrecognizable.
No, that's called...
Gussy. You can get gussied up.
Get all dolled up.
All gussied up.
You done put on your Sunday best.
Gotta go out and get that. You know, get that pussy.
Oh, you wearing your clean overalls.
Oh.
You got on your Sunday shirt.
God. Mukbang.
Mukbang?
Or pronounced mukbang.
I had no clue.
It's spelled Mukbang, which would be mukbang.
Yeah.
But it's pronounced mukbang, Mookbong. So what is it?
It sounds like Chinese.
It's a form of entertainment originated in South Korea and features live footage of someone eating large amounts of food. It's the hot dog.
It's a hot dog eating contest. It's Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Jesus. I think I may have to stop. It's an acronym, WYA.
We have AIDS.
Yes.
Nailed it.
But you did...
Still batting 100.
You did WHA.
What do you say, WYA?
WYA.
Oh, where you at?
Yeah, it's where you at.
Why was I thinking H?
I don't know.
You clearly said Y.
You're like, we have AIDS.
I realized it once you said it.
You AIDS. You AIDS.
Why you AIDS?
Mood.
That's just the mood you're in. When people say mood, it's like they see somebody doing something, and they're like, yeah, me too. Or I agree with that. I feel what you're saying.
This is one that's never been used before, ever. I've never seen this one. IYKYK.
If you know, you know.
Right. Fucking more. This site's snatched. And it's not when you grab a girl by her pussy.
Snatched?
That's what it says, snatched.
I mean, that's just when you...
It's a compliment.
It is?
Yeah. It's a compliment. Or particularly stylish. Savor it.
That's dumb.
Uh-huh.
That one makes no sense.
Nope.
They made that up.
All right, I'm done with this. Because the rest of these...
I'm enjoying it.
I mean, are
they all well-known ones?
No. So there's a couple more here. So, BIH... So I'll avoid literally spelling it out for you, but just imagine 3 more letters in this. Okay, it's an abbreviation for bitch.
BIH?
BITCH.
But
they left out letters and abbreviated it down.
Bleh.
Bleh. Hey, Bleh. You over here, Bleh.
They just have a speech impediment.
Drip.
Drip is your swagger.
Yeah, stylish. Fire or trash?
Good or bad?
Yeah, all right. Goals.
That's just goals you have.
Yeah, it's just things you want to accomplish.
Yeah. They really thought they were onto something right in this article.
Oh, yeah. So the author's name is Robin Enan, E-N-A-N. She's a mom of 3 and a longtime journalist who previously worked for the Associated Press covering California national politics.
She's definitely in tune with today's youth.
She is so fucking far out of tune with today's youth.
She wrote this going, just wait. All the other super rich white moms like me.
All these California super lefty parents are going to love this article. God damn it. We've been doing this way too long.
We've been doing each other too long.
All right, so I wanted to get that out of the way.
I wonder if her 3 kids read this like, Mom, you're a freaking idiot.
Mom,
we use none of those.
Your article is not savage. It's actually trash.
It's trash. This is trash.
It's a fire pit in Afghanistan.
You got no drip.
You got no drip on this. Bleh.
Mom, you stupid bitch.
Well, you do this.
You thought this trash was fire?
Ugh.
Quit putting your name on things. People know we're related to you.
Yeah, we don't want to be. We don't want nothing to do with this.
Oh man.
All right.
See, in the 90s, if somebody's mom wrote that and your classmates found out,
oh, you'd be made fun of. You get
they
stuffed
would use
in a locker.
every word in there and it'd be savage.
Yeah.
All right, what else?
All right. This one's going to be good.
Okay.
Because it's called the Urban Dictionary game.
Oh, yay. I was just telling somebody about this a couple weeks ago.
That's why I started with that one. I wanted a little warm-up.
Oh, it's like a precursor.
It's a precursor, yeah, to what... So we're going to do a little Urban Dictionary game.
That was batting practice.
Yeah.
Now we're game time.
It was bunting practice. And I think we'll round off the show with... we're basically revisiting this maker, so we'll give up a little review on that. And I got some Florida Man, like the best articles of 2022.
Awesome.
Or the best Florida Man of 2022. So here we go, Urban Dictionary game. You know the deal. I give you the word. You give me the definition, and we see how close you are.
It's like Jeopardy. You give
points
the
don't matter.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like, whose line is it anyway?
Man.
You good?
I think so.
All right, I'm going to butcher the shit out of this pronunciation, but it's not a word I've ever heard. So, Charizarding.
Charizarding? Because Charizard's a Pokemon.
Yeah, then Charizarding. Yeah, Charizarding.
Okay,
Charizarding
is like a dragon-type Pokemon, and he breathes fire, so spit and fire, you're rapping good. I mean, that's not funny. I don't know why that would be it.
Okay.
He's also got fire in his tail, so maybe it has something to do with, like, Taco Bell explosive diarrhea.
Ooh. I haven't had Taco Bell in a long time.
Everybody's been getting it, like, all the car guys and stuff I talked to.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned it, so everybody's been, like, getting Taco Bell.
Reliving their youth at my apartment.
Yeah, right.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Because that was the only thing open. Yeah, Charizarding, I'm going to say explosive diarrhea.
Okay. Charizarding is when you light a girl's pubes on fire, put it out with your jizz, then flapping your arms while you don't have enough badges to train me.
Sorry, I about blew snot out my nose on that one.
Charizarding with Jenny was a night I'll never forget.
Hey, Mom, go ahead and turn this episode off. Should have said
when I said we were starting the Urban Dictionary game, that's just a cue.
I knew it was going to be something sexual.
Most
of them are, but I couldn't think of. There's no way I would think of that.
I would have never come up with that.
The training badges is what got me, though.
Flapping your arms and say you don't have enough badges to train me.
Oh man! Imagine even being in the right mind at that moment with what you're doing with your wife or a significant other, whoever.
You know what? This is a hate fuck moment. You're hate fucking somebody.
No, this is a,
and you whip out a lighter and you're just like torch them.
I got sexually abused while I'm a kid. I'm a serial killer now, and you're going to die in 5 minutes.
Well, that's
like,
basically what hate.
Issues.
That's what hate fucking is.
No,
essentially.
I mean, it's like trying to Buckhorn bellow.
Yeah,
I can't think of that in the moment.
No. So okay. So next, borked.
All I think of when I hear borked, and I know it's going to be sexual, but I think of the Swedish Chef.
Borky, 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 bork.
Borky, borky, bork.
You're chicken borking.
Borked.
Borked.
That would be...
Now, I will preference that not all of these are sexual related to make it that much harder for this game.
Oh, okay. Well, that definitely makes it harder.
Just go ahead and narrow it down.
Borked. Yeah, I don't know. I would say borked is getting porked in the butthole.
No. To totally fuck something up, usually by doing something stupid, specifically used to describe technology that is broken.
Okay.
I told you not all of them are going to be. I totally borked my machine installing a totally borked installation of Windows XP SP2.
Okay, that does sound some nerdy person would say.
Yeah. Like, keep in mind, these aren't all... They're good. Some of them are good. That
person's mom wrote an article about slang terms.
Yeah. And he's like, I'll show you. Borked. Man stand.
A man stand?
A man stand.
A man stand is a handstand, but naked.
No.
That's my guess.
Okay.
I'm sticking with
The act of a man standing outside of a shop while his wife, girlfriend, or partner shops inside. Man standing involves looking into space at other women, or in the case of a multi-story shopping center, leaning on the railings of an upper floor watching the people below.
Yeah, we used to do that.
It's called people watching.
Civic Center, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just called it
City
waiting.
Center.
City Center. We called it waiting or people watching.
Yeah.
What's man stand? That's stupid.
It is. This is all in one article that I found.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't read through all of them, but I did read through some of them.
Okay.
The Charizarding. Yeah, Charizarding. That was the one that got me. I'm like, I'm in on that one. I'm not looking for anything else. I'm just going to use whatever's in this article.
Just stop there.
Munt. M-U-N-T. Munt.
A munt is a muff punt, kicking a girl right in her vagina.
Yep.
Is that it?
No, but I'm going yes. That's exactly what it is. I like it.
Her.
I munted her.
She took me off, so I munted her.
I munted her down the field while I yelled yeet.
All right, what is munt?
It's a popular Australian meaning is to be broken or unusable. This is a Australian website also. I'm getting these terms from. They're all in Urban Dictionary. I did verify they are Urban Dictionary terms.
Okay.
So, Irish handcuffs.
That is having a alcoholic beverage in each hand so you can't do anything.
Boom.
Did I get it?
Yeah, that is.
I mean, pretty close.
When a person is carrying an alcoholic beverage in both hands at the same time.
Bingo. Batting 100.
So, Stephen Glansberg.
That just sounds like are you reading the name of the guy that wrote the article?
No, that's what number 6 is. It's Stephen Glansberg.
No clue.
It's the kid who sits alone at lunch every day while eating his dessert.
That's so dumb. How would anybody ever guess that?
Shexting.
Shexting?
Shexting. S-H-E-X-T-I-N-G. Shexting.
Texting between lesbians.
Texting your friends, loved ones, or anybody else, annoying coworkers while you're taking a dump on the porcelain throne.
Oh,
I mean, they didn't need to clarify on the porcelain throne. They could have just said, while taking a shit in your boss's sunroof.
Yeah.
I mean, could be anywhere. All right, that's bye. We've done bye, Felicia. That's not. Ooh, sporking.
Sporking?
Sporking.
That is, again, porking, but more athletically. It's a sport of porking.
It's the act of spooning with the addition of an erection.
Back in my day, we just called that spooning.
Now, this one, I'm not even going to give it to you. I'm just going to tell you, the word is clutch oven. Actually, no. Go ahead. Clutch oven.
Clutch oven is like a Dutch oven where you fart under the sheets and bury your wife's head in it, but you fart into her purse, a.k.a. a clutch, and zip it up so when she opens it, poof.
That's good. But that's not it.
Dang.
But it's good. It's when you fart in a car full of people and crank the heat up for maximum effectiveness.
Especially if you're driving and you can lock the windows.
Clam jam.
Oh, clam jam is like peach pressing. It's teabagging by a female.
It is the female version of cock blocking.
Clam jam. Okay, I get it. Clam jam could be really, really nasty too. I was trying to avoid
it could have
grossing myself out.
I'm skipping through these because a lot of these are just dumb.
Like borked.
Yeah.
Bork.
No, that's stupid.
I just keep thinking of the Swedish Chef now, reading all these to me. Why can't you do good impressions?
Fucker's remorse.
That's like buyer's remorse, but with a one-night stand.
Yeah. That's exactly when you're having sex with a person, one starts to feel shame, disgust, or regret. All right, that's all of those.
Yeah, Charizarding was by far
Charizarding. Mexican pizza.
They just came back with that at Taco Bell. You can get it now for $5.99.
We did Mexican pizza on the show.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Mexican pizza. Mexican pancake, sorry.
Oh, that's what it was.
But a Mexican pizza. Go ahead. Give me a Mexican pizza.
A Mexican pizza?
Uh-huh.
Mexican pizza is... This is going to be really gross. I just know from the smirk on your face. When you have Mexican food squirts out your butt soles, and then onto your lover's chest.
Close.
Okay.
Close. It's when a Mexican man stretches his scrotum across another person's face and especially their mouth.
I would call that a Mexican medical mask before I call it a Mexican pizza.
Let's see.
Where's Mo when you need him? Our resident Mexican.
You're not Mexican? I was with Mo yesterday. I had lunch with him yesterday. Margarita toe.
This is when a girl gets a little too sauced at the Mexican bar and spills her margarita on her camel toe.
No. A sexual act in which one lathers their lover's big toe in saliva, then proceeds to sprinkle salt on the big toe so the salt sticks. Next, squeeze a lime into their mouth and start sucking the salty toe.
Disgusting.
This is a margarita toe. Bueno.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Can't wait to get off work and have me some margarita toe. That's gross. I mean, whatever you're into, but that's not my thing.
Cunt calzone.
So, oh no, I'm not guessing it. I don't want it. I did not order that at Piata.
I had Piata last Monday, too.
Did you? We're in all the bases here. Wait, they don't have calzones at Piata.
No, but they have pepperoni sticks that are really good.
They really do.
Cunt calzone.
Oh, I was thinking cannoli. That's what I was thinking.
That's a dessert.
That's a dessert. You know, that's a vagina with some Vermunda cheese. Yeah, I'm not going any further.
Okay.
That's my guess.
Nope. It's a cunt who's a virgin and keeps her lips tight.
How is that a... Okay.
I don't make them up.
No, I know. I don't understand that one.
Banging and jamming.
That's just having sex to loud music.
That's not even sexual.
Oh.
It's a modern musical art form where the goal is to make as much noise as possible with the instruments you have.
So it's just
Noise.
rock music.
Yeah.
Punk rock, alt rock, butt rock, jazz. Jazz is about the note you don't play.
Conal. Conal. Conal.
Conal.
Or conal.
Canal. Conal. I mean, cone-shaped? That's my guess. Sounds like something I'd read in a geometry book or something.
Conal is a person who has a massive dick and usually gets all the ladies.
Oh, that's why I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever called me that before. You know what? People called me a lot of things in my life, but I've never been accused of being a conal.
Same. Flying dragon.
Flying dragon?
Flying dragon.
That's what Charizarding, but on a plane.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's the act of jumping at your partner and landing in their vagina.
I'd be so afraid to stub a penis. Specifically mine.
Well, yeah, not just any.
Not just any.
Mine.
I feel like that would hurt if you missed.
Let's see.
Flying dragon.
Yeah.
In Shrek, Donkey had sex with the dragon.
All right. I'm going to preface this by saying it's not what you think. Mouth rape.
Mouth rape's exactly what I think it is. It's forcing somebody to give you a blowjob.
No.
That's mouth rape.
Well, I mean, that would be technically yes, but that is not the definition we're looking for.
Like, I'm pretty sure you could use that term in a court of law and everybody know what you meant.
Yes. The act of inserting your tongue into a person's mouth without giving them any warning.
How do you do? Is it a blind person? Are you doing it to Stevie Wonder? How do you not see somebody coming towards you?
I don't make these up.
And let them get that close to your face. And then all of a sudden their tongue's in your mouth? I'd bite it. Bite that thing off, spit it at them.
America.
I think that's self-explanatory. America? It's like the redneck, NASCAR, MAGA.
No.
We hate the liberals.
I mean, it's
America.
It's where we live. Draw with a bean.
Draw with a bean?
Draw with a bean.
It's like a snail trail.
Damn it.
Am I right?
That was the definition that I came up with when I saw it, yes.
So what's it say then?
It's actually is when you're eating a dose of beans while drawing pigmen with no hands.
Who comes up with these terms?
I have no idea. That I read that and I'm like, no, I can do better.
These rules.
I can do better. It's like flick the bean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I can do better
than
that.
The most random, stupid thing.
All right, we'll finish this off here.
It was so specific, too.
Yes, I know. No. Pull the chuck.
That's jerking the gherkin. Pulled pork. Slapping tall Tommy.
No.
Okay, what is it?
Adjusting your obtuse boner in public. Bro, did you just pull the chuck in front of those elementary school kids?
That is a bad example sentence. You could have left out the elementary school kid part and just said, did you just adjust your boner? That would have been fine for an example sentence. Why did you have to make it pedophilic?
That they did it, not me. Not me.
I didn't mean you.
I know. Let's.
Super creepy. Whoever submitted that, Urban Dictionary should have turned into the authorities. Like, hey, this guy probably shouldn't be within 200 feet of an elementary school.
So here's a bunch more of the slang terms that every mama should know.
Oh, geez, here we go.
We're not doing them though.
Oh, I was ready.
Well, they're all basically the same. It's not that it's slang like rent free.
Yeah.
Or it's giving, used to describe something looks or the vibe of giving off. Vibe check, which I fucking hate the word vibe when it's used as a verb or a noun.
Or
we be vibing. What's your vibe?
Yeah, I don't. That's not one I've ever really used.
Bussin'. That's another one I can't stand.
We be bussin'.
Can't stand. The ICYMI, in case you missed it. Yeet. Which Harley uses yeet all the time.
I'm cool with yeet. I'm fine.
I don't mind yeet. She overuses it. But
I mean, the original Vine it came from made me laugh so hard that I watched it 17 times.
I know.
So I was like,
chuck that ball.
Yeet! Just right down the hallway full of students. That was hilarious. So I'm fine with that one.
Period with a T, but the T is silent. Basically, just
like in pterodactyl, was it right after the?
It's at the end.
It's at the end.
It's basically
means T is silent. And I said pterodactyl, where the T is definitely not silent.
No, the P is silent.
Pterodactyl. Oh man,
WYA. We have AIDS.
We have AIDS. I am batting 100 today.
You are.
Sure.
Spill the tea.
We know that one.
Yeah,
Shared
extra
gossip.
shook.
Yeah, these are all
one goat. Really, these aren't things that anybody needs to know,
or everybody does know.
Yeah, simp, occur, low key, stan, thirsty, salty, savage.
I mean, like
woke. Fuck you, woke. I hate
grandmas
that
in their 60s, 70s.
You know what? I'm never gonna woke up.
Never.
Never.
Woke me up.
What time did you wake up? Well, I woke up around. I'm like, I got out of bed around.
I rolled out of bed.
I'm going to completely just not use the word woke ever again. Okay. That was Urban Dictionary game.
That was a fun one.
You won.
Solid.
You won.
I won because I was playing nobody.
All right.
I got a couple right, though.
You did get a couple right. So here are the best, because now we're only 21 days into the new year, so I feel like we can do the best
boobs of 2022.
Mine.
Perky.
The best of Florida Man 2022. Now, some of these we may have covered, but we're going to do the best of Florida Man.
It's like a recap.
Yeah. I feel like we haven't done a Florida Man in a while, and we haven't done an Urban Dictionary in a while.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. We can do it again. We'll circle back. Let's table that for now. We'll circle back around.
This Makers. It's sat for probably a month since the last time we had it.
Has that been it? Feels like it's been a long time.
Well, I got it in the beginning of December.
Oh, okay.
And it's basically the end of January, and we didn't open it immediately. So, what do you think?
I think I can't stop belching today for some reason.
I can tell. Which fast food restaurant did you stop at on the way out here?
I just had one Arby's roast beef sandwich.
Ooh, that'll do it.
And water. What do I think about this?
Yeah.
I get roasted marshmallow.
I do get toasted marshmallow, like on the finish.
Roasted marshmallow is different.
Oh,
I don't know that it is. I get marshmallow over a campfire.
Yeah.
Little Oakwood campfire, roasted marshmallow, eat it. Not overly sweet, which is good for this, I think. Mm-hmm. Really good. I like it.
Yeah, it's good. I feel like it's opened up a lot, actually, since the last time we had it.
Yeah, I seem to recall not getting as many
notes
exactly what
of anything.
Yeah, it was just a solid whiskey.
Yeah,
but nothing that stood out amongst Maker's 46 or.
So here's a question I have. Why not
do drugs?
Still put 750 milliliters in a bottle, but make the bottle slightly larger, just so you got that air in there.
I don't know. So
would that do the same thing? Would it oxidize it the same way, or would it help let it rest and?
I'm not.
Or is it
dude,
just?
I'm over here batting 100.
I know.
I don't know what it would do. I don't. So you basically want to go the Lay's potato chip version, but with whiskey?
No, because Lay's potato chip, those fuckers. I mean, I've told the story about only getting a 3 chips in a bag of chips. I've told that story on here before.
Yeah.
So they do things based on what they consider net weight. So they inflate the bag. Like they put in the chips and then they inflate the bag. And they say it's to help protect the chips. But there's not enough chips in there to break.
Which Pringles says, you idiots, put it in cardboard.
Put it in a can.
Put it in a tube.
Once you pop, you can't stop.
Yeah. It's fine.
Okay, fuck it. That's probably a bad idea. It probably would cost more money because now you're making bottles bigger.
I mean, the bottle would cost them more if it was bigger, I would assume.
Well, then they're going to pass that on to us.
Yeah.
So. All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a dumb idea.
No, it's an interesting thought, though.
It was more just a thought of if there's the extra space in there, would it help?
Because once we drink and we let it sit, and we've let stuff sit for 6 months, and you revisit something, it seems, based on memory, to get better. So, yeah,
in most cases.
I think that's a really interesting question. If you're smart enough to figure that out or want to actually do the research and learn and tell us, shoot us a message on Facebook.
I will say
Instagram.
The Hainer that Corey brought, has gotten. It's good on a fresh open. It goes downhill quick.
Does it?
I think so.
Interesting.
Or maybe my palate changed.
I don't know. I don't know how things. I don't know how more air versus whiskey in a bottle changes it.
Well, I thought it was just because the air's in there circulating inside the bottle. Like you're opening it up.
Is it circulating much?
Well,
it's not like there's a little mini fan in there moving it around.
Well, I mean, the air is... there's more air in the bottle.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. That's interesting.
So, I don't know. All right, so here's the best of 2022 Florida Man. And we're just going to do the titles and move on. We'll talk about it. Florida Man found with drugs after getting trapped in a porta potty. This one I think we talked about. He was running from the cops.
He forgot how to unlock the door.
Yeah, I think he tried to hide in a porta john from the cops, and that's how he got trapped in there.
Didn't he try to go down into the toilet part?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he climbed down in.
Speaking of that, in Ohio versus Florida, man, I read a headline the other day, yesterday. 53-year-old Ohio man stopped alongside the freeway to eat his Taco Bell. And cops pulled over to make sure everything was okay. It was because he was blitzed out of his mind and went and got Taco Bell. He got so hungry, he stopped right along a highway.
Don't do that, people.
To start eating. So, of course, cops are like, oh, is this guy, there's a guy in that vehicle. Is he broken down? What's going on? They pull over. He was high, wasted, drunk, something. I was like, nice. Freaking idiot.
Yeah.
DoorDash.
Well, I mean, if you're
hammered, you're home. Just DoorDash.
Well, if you're home, but we don't know if he was home or not.
Fair enough. He could have been
on his way home. Just keep going.
Uber.
You know what? Eat and drive.
Uber. You're not driving wasted. You're in the back seat, and you can still get Taco Bell on the way home.
Yeah.
It'll cost you a little more.
But it's fine.
On the Uber ride, but
they'll stop,
to jail.
Too.
Yeah, but you're not going to jail is the thing. Like,
some people aren't smart.
Well.
All right, so this Florida woman.
Oh, Florida woman.
She had goals.
Hashtag goals.
After police chase, Florida woman crosses getting arrested off her bucket list. This bitch is going places.
What did she do to get arrested?
In the early appearance of Florida woman on the list, Jana Schmerical Douglas.
That sounds like such a made-up name.
Janiya, Jania Schmerical, Shaimiracle.
It's like when her name's Janice Miracle, and the cop's like, what's her name? She's like, Jania Schmerical.
Jania Schmerical Douglas.
It reminds me of The Office when Dwight says he went to his dentist, and Mike's like, really, what's your dentist's name? He goes, Crentist. Oh, Crentist the dentist.
Dr. Crentist.
Sorry, Jesus. Go
ahead. So according to deputies, she was driving in Monroe County around 7:45 a.m. That day, when deputies tried to pull her over, but Douglas continued driving, she eventually stopped and was taken into custody, telling authorities that getting arrested had been on her bucket list since high school. She was charged with fleeing and eluding.
I feel like there's so many easy ways to get arrested that it's really on your bucket list. Like
you could have done that like in high school.
Yeah, you could just
several times.
It's very easy to get arrested.
Like you could have
commit a crime and then just stand out front and wait for the cops to show up.
Rob a convenience store.
Walk into a police station and punch a cop.
I mean,
it's that simple.
It's real easy. So easy.
Sure, some people are like, I want to go skydiving. I want to go see the Golden Gate Bridge. I want to climb a mountain.
I want to
hike
get
the
arrested.
Appalachian Trail and get arrested.
Hey, motherfucker, I want to get arrested. I'm going to get arrested. That's on my bucket list, get arrested.
Jeez. Like, I bet she wears pajama pants in public.
Probably. I'm pretty sure every one of these on this list wears pajama pants in public.
It's Florida.
Florida man charged for throwing hot dog at St. Pete police officer. Don't choke on it because it burns.
I didn't choke on it. I held it in my mouth until I could swallow it. Ew, that's what she said.
Yeah. A Newport Richie man was arrested on a felony charge after authorities said he threw a hot dog at an officer in July.
Did he get arrested for assault and batter wiener? Batter weenie? Assault and wienery. How do you throw a hot dog?
I'm just picturing like a cartoon in my head, like some guy who's like he's in a convenience store and the cops come in.
He just launches a hot dog.
And he launches a hot dog at him, like right off the rollers. And then it goes down the cop's shirt because he's dressed like a Chippendale. And it burns his chest, and that's how he gets...
Wait, Chippendale guys don't have shirts.
They show up. I mean, they would show up, come out on stage dressed in something.
Oh, did they?
I don't know.
The only thing I know about Chippendale dancers is from the old Saturday Night Live, Chris Farley.
Yeah, I don't know that actually counts. I've never
Googled Chippendales dancers.
I'm thinking like
the tuxedo without the arm,
stripper.
The sleeves.
Yeah,
police stripper.
Police stripper.
I hear you've been a bad boy.
Why you
got a wiener for me? Yeah, I do. I don't think it's Oscar Mayer, but it'll do.
Yeah, and it just goes down his shirt and burns his chest.
You're lucky that wasn't a hot dog log.
Oh my God!
You throw one of those tornadoes at me, we're gonna fight.
Fuck tornado! Those things are disgusting. The fact you've eaten one of those.
I used to eat many of them. When I was traveling.
Ugh.
I haven't had one in a while.
Florida man drives stolen truck to Space Force base to warn of battle between aliens, dragons.
That's why
That's just
being a good citizen.
Right.
Aliens and dragons battle? I'd want to know about that.
A Florida man is accused of driving a stolen vehicle to the Space Force base in Brevard County in what he called a mission from the President of the United States. Corey Johnson, 29, stole a truck from Riviera Beach and drove to Patrick Space Force Base near Kennedy Space Center. When Johnson tried to get on the base, he claimed that the president told him in his mind that he needed to take the vehicle and warn government officials that there's a there were U.S. aliens fighting Chinese dragons.
Okay, first off, that's terrifying. Chinese dragons, man. I'm thinking old samurai style.
Yeah, the ones that fly and they have little legs, big heads,
big back legs.
Yeah, and it's Chinese New Year.
It's like it's Godzilla with wings.
Well, kind of. But Godzilla was Japanese.
He said the president told him in his mind.
In his mind.
Biden can't even.
Biden
use
isn't
his
even.
Own mind.
Well, maybe that's the problem.
He's out of his mind in this guy's.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe Biden's in other guys' minds, other people's minds. That's why he's never in his mind.
That makes so much. I'm glad we have such a fearless leader.
God, he's such a.
Kamala Harris clips coming out lately have been killing me too, where she described everything like everybody's 5 years old.
Let me. You all got a pack of crayons? She's fucking. Never mind. Deputies released video of Pinellas woman Irish folk dancing during sobriety test.
So she was drunk and just dancing.
She was drunk and then trying to do an Irish jig.
She was clogging.
Yeah. Oh, this guy looks like Mo.
Mexican? Hold on. Boop.
Yep.
Got to hook. Oh, there it went.
It wasn't anything important. How do I know? Because it wasn't liquor.
It was just your butt plug.
Let's see. Let's go here. Come on. Where's it at?
I don't know.
I know you don't know.
I don't mow.
Oh, don't do this to me now.
Sorry, I didn't mean to touch you there.
No, this is stupid.
Then I'll keep touching you there.
Yeah.
Filling in time, speaking of which.
Right.
Corey shared our last week's show and said he was going to say something classy about us.
And didn't say anything classy. There's nothing classy to say.
I beg to differ. We drink out of nice whiskey glasses. That's classy.
We do that, I guess.
And we smoke fine cigars sometimes when it's not 30 degrees out.
Let's see. I fucking hate iPads and shit sometimes, especially when they do updates that make zero sense to me.
Well,
because I just want this to show up on the screen, and it's not. Ah, fuck it. You can't see it.
Okay.
You can't see it. It looks.
Get on my phone and look at Mo's Facebook and imagine.
Yeah, it looks like Mo. Except it looks like Mo if he had committed several murders. Because you know how they've said, like psychologists said, like committing crimes like actually changes your DNA and your structure. Kind of looks like.
So it's like Mo if he was in the cartel.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I get it.
Yes. So Florida man wearing nothing but a cowboy hat attacks woman with machete.
I mean, that sounds pretty typical Florida. It
Daily is.
News.
It is.
That's like, here's the weather, and guy in a cowboy hat attacked a woman with a machete.
I mean, it's right up there.
A couple months ago, across the street from us, all these cops showed up. And so where you and I record from my front yard, it's like, there's the alley, right next to the alley across the street. Mm-hmm. All these cops showed up, and everybody's like, what's going on? I was like, oh, not my problem. I should, stay inside.
Yeah.
And I got on one of the local news, quote-unquote, news sites.
The Scioto Post?
Yeah. Because I knew they'd cover it, and they did. And apparently there was a domestic dispute thing, but somebody pulled out a freaking samurai sword and was chased the person out of the house and down the alley.
Jesus.
I was like, I wish I caught that on camera. I didn't think to go back and check my freaking house outdoor cameras. Duh. Dang it.
Yeah. All right. So Florida woman speeds through checkpoint, takes selfie during traffic stop.
That's awesome.
She's not even good looking.
You got to post it to the gram.
She looks like a meth head.
Oh, well, again, it's pretty typical for Florida people.
That it is.
There's nice places in Florida, but
I'm doing this.
Oh, you're putting up on the
computer.
Computer.
Give Give me a second here.
Un momento, por favor.
Oh, I didn't do that right, did I?
I don't know. It'd probably been easier just to send yourself the link.
Yeah, you know what? I could probably do that too. That's probably smarter.
I'm still trying to picture Mo in the cartel instead of the Yakuza.
I mean, he could do both.
He could.
Send.
He's definitely terrifying. I was scared when I showed up last week and he was just there staring at me, and he gave me like the cutthroat sign, like, don't try me, I will kill you. And I was just like, Mo, you're such a, hey buddy, good seeing you.
Hey.
It's like when I went out to his house to give him something or get something from him or whatever. He's like, come inside, we're eating. I was like, I gotta go. And he's like, no, I ordered food.
I got shawarma.
You get in here and take my shawarma. And I was like, yes, sir.
Put all this shawarma in your mouth.
It was so good. Haven't had any shawarma since. Circle Wheel doesn't have a shawarma place. Not a good one.
I'm surprised that...
I think you can get some at Duke and Duchess, maybe.
I was going to say, I'm surprised that Round Town has any shawarma whatsoever.
I don't believe they do.
Oh, no wonder I didn't get them. I'm logged into the wrong damn account.
Oh, jeez.
Am I?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
We are professionals.
Here we go.
There we go. Now we got it.
Now we got it. So,
show me Mo. Oh, that's Arizona Mo.
Yeah,
sure.
That looks like it looks a little like Mo.
That's like Mo if he was in an RV cooking meth in the middle of the desert.
I mean, it looks a little like
little bit.
Yeah,
less tan. He's more dirty tan.
Yeah.
Mo's more professional,
naturally
monster.
colored.
This guy works for Mo.
Yeah, no,
He's
yeah, absolutely, yeah. Mo's running everything.
He's a naturally colored.
Finally caught that, huh? There's selfie woman.
She's
like.
I mean, honestly, she's stereotypical. If you said what state does she live in, I would guess Florida or Ohio.
She's got like a little like methy scars or something on her forehead and like her cheeks. Like,
I mean, that's from headbutt a doorknob or something.
Probably. We got this guy, Charles Wideneck McDowell, arrested again. You don't know this guy?
I do. I remember it. We covered him when he got arrested the first time.
Yeah, well, he got arrested again.
He got mad about everybody making fun of his tree trunk of a neck.
Yeah, that's it.
Look at that thing.
I know. He's got varicose veins.
Dude. Imagine trying to choke him out. You couldn't.
You couldn't.
You'd have to use 4 arms to get around his neck. That's
never
incredible.
Mind.
Yep. I had a couple thoughts too. It's because he's black, so we can't say things.
I mean, you know what?
Hold on, scroll down. I want to read the description about him.
Yeah, read the description.
A man who first went viral on social media for his wide neck. I love how they put it in quotes like it's not.
No, it's huge.
Wider than his head.
His ears touch his neck.
His neck just has a face on it. He doesn't have a head.
No, the chin, from his chin to the back of his top of his ears down to his shoulders, that's all neck.
Google Charles Wideneck McDowell. All right, in his mugshot, was arrested again in November for aggravated stalking and another for withholding support for a child or spouse. According to so that's all. I just like that they keep putting wide neck in quotes.
I know. I mean, maybe it's because they're nicknaming him that.
Well, in his name, Charles Wideneck McDowell makes sense, but in the sentence, a man who first went viral on social media for his wide neck, it don't make sense. You shouldn't put that in quotes.
Yeah, that's
why he went viral.
That's why. Yeah, exactly.
It's not capitalized. It's not a nickname in that use.
He literally has a tree trunk for a neck.
Oh my goodness.
He has a California redwood sprouting off his shoulders.
I have about 4 jokes in my head right now. I really want to say, but
you weren't the only one, and we're not going to do that. All right. So, what do you rate this Makers on the second go?
I'm giving it a 3.
All right. I think that's what I gave it last time. So I'm going to give it a 3.
I don't remember at all because my memory sucks. But yeah, it's really solid. I like it. I've been sipping on it here, and it's got good flavor.
It's got good flavor. It's good.
Good ABV. I know it's like 114, I believe.
No, this one's 108. Okay. 108.9.
108, so.
Usually the
now,
46s
if you give me a 108.9 versus a 114, I'm not going to be able to tell the difference.
Well, this doesn't burn like the 122, so.
No, but that's also a totally different whiskey. I'm saying if you had 2 of the exact same, and it varied a very.
Are we doing apples to apples now?
Yeah, of course, we always do.
When we started this show 5 years ago, it was like, well, Weller is in, and then we got this, and I'm like, you can't do that. You're comparing a wheat to a rye or a wheat to a bourbon. You can't compare.
You can compare anything. I compare this to water if I want. It don't make sense, but I can do it. It doesn't make any
sense to compare a wheat to a bourbon. Anyway, all right. I got one last thing here.
Okay.
14 places of creepy Ohio. Sorry.
It does say pieces of creepy.
Does it?
14 pieces of creepy Ohio
it does
lore.
say pieces.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, hold on, you're right.
It does say. So, like.
You read right.
I read. I did good.
I'm batting 100.
Yeah. Batting 20.
My IQ is 74.
That's right. I got 1,000 on my SAT.
Sign my name.
That's like below average, right?
I
didn't take the SATs.
I didn't either. I did the ACT.
I didn't do that either.
Oh, well,
I didn't take either one of them.
You're smart.
I know, because I didn't take them.
I wish I wouldn't have. I wish I would have skipped college altogether.
So I don't know what the history of Utopia is.
I do. I actually know a lot about Utopia.
But Utopia, Ohio, apparently is a place to go for lore. Yeah,
so Utopia, Ohio, and I'm just going to go off memory. I studied this probably 5 or 10 years ago. Probably closer to, 10 to 15 years ago. Forgotten Ohio was a website I found in high school.
Yeah.
A guy that graduated from Hamilton High School up south into Columbus. He graduated in 2000, started this site because him and his friends.
Yeah, fuck you, Rangers, by the way.
Yeah, I don't like them either. But urban exploring and going to ghost towns and trying to find haunted places in Ohio.
And coming up with stories and doing all the.
But they went to Utopia and he covered it pretty in depth. And what happened was there's this big town down on the river, massive flood wiped it out. A lot of people died because they were in this like half underground church thing because it was built stone. It was supposed to be really secure, but it ended up flooding. Everybody got trapped inside and killed.
And it flooded in a flood?
Yeah, it flooded in a flood.
And they were underground?
It was like half underground, if I remember right. But Utopia was supposed to be this like amazing place to live, and it was up until that flood.
Oh.
I think. Okay. I could be totally wrong.
No, you're right. Just right here, it says that there was a society in the town failed. The spiritual group had secret services and underground chapel. So, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Okay, that is what I was
The Butcher of Kingsbury Run.
Cleveland
also
Torso,
known as the Cleveland Torso Mortar. Moidor. He's a Moidor.
Mordor.
He's a Mordor.
Isn't that a Harry Potter thing? Or is that Lord of the Rings?
That's Lord of the Rings.
Okay. It's all the same to me.
That's Rings of the Lord.
Rings of the Potter. Rings of Harry Potter. Harry Potter's O-ring.
So, apparently he was known for murdering, which, I mean, I would kind of hope he would murder before he dismembered, because being dismembered before being murdered would suck.
As I recall, and he's a guy I've read about in the past.
And they were
homeless. He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he killed people for fun, basically, and then chopped off their
and usually they were
head,
arms,
people. And legs, and then the torsos were found.
But
yep.
Yeah. Okay. Circleville letter writer. Oh my God! Roundtown has some history.
It's actually been covered by a lot of people in TV shows.
The letter? I've never heard of the letter writer.
I hadn't either, and when I caught it, so back in the 70s, a bus driver was accused of having an affair with somebody higher up in the education.
Okay.
And they started getting letters with this mysterious handwriting.
They were vindictive, violent, and vulgar.
Well, and all these people around town started getting letters saying, I know where your daughter's at. I know what's going on.
One of the recipients' husbands was murdered.
Yes. Died in a car wreck, but had a bullet hole in the head, but he was proclaimed dead due to the
That's
car
how you
wreck.
Die in car wrecks.
Yeah.
When the airbag goes off, it shoots a bullet right into your head.
Right. I hate when that happens.
Especially in the 70s.
I was going to say, especially before they had airbags.
With metal dashboards.
But
and
there was a
seats.
booby trap set. There were signs that were put out, and one named the bus driver. She went to take the sign down, and there was a box behind it with a loaded pistol inside, rigged to go off when the sign was moved.
Oh.
But it failed to go off.
Thank God.
So she lived.
Good.
But yeah, I lived in Circleville. Well, we moved there when I was in middle school.
Well, according to this, they still don't know who it is. Who it was.
No, they don't. The guy they put in jail, and he wasn't allowed to write a single letter while he was in jail. Letter still went out and had the same handwriting.
So then you got to let him out.
They still kept him in jail. It's honestly a really interesting case because there's so much crap that it just doesn't make sense.
Just, you have to let him go.
that would be...
That's called evidence.
Yeah, I mean, they think that he was working with somebody else, so somebody else was still writing the letters, but he was the one that...
The mastermind?
Yeah. So it's a big thing, but I've never heard of it, and it was on Unsolved Mysteries. It's on all kinds of YouTube channels.
Okay. This one I've heard of.
I've been there.
The coal mining town of Moonville?
Yeah, the Moonville Tunnel.
It's in Vinton County, yeah.
I went out there 2-ish years ago to do one of my TikTok treasure hunt things.
Yeah.
Put in my GPS, decided after work one day I was just going to drive down by myself in my little white van I used to drive.
Yeah.
It is back off some back roads, and there is no cell service or GPS, so when you leave, you better remember which turns you took. Because I had cell service for another half hour, and it was eerily quiet. Nobody else was there. It's
called the Oz effect.
Cool day. Yeah. It was cool though. I walked through the tunnel. So it was creepy.
I think this is where Hitler's train is.
Okay.
You know the history of Hitler's train?
The one
that's missing that's supposed to have like billions of dollars of treasure.
I mean, yeah, I've heard of it, but I haven't really studied it.
It's here.
Okay. It's in Moonville?
Yeah, it's in Moonville. It's got to be.
Wish I would have stopped by there.
Right.
Oh.
Eugene the Mummy.
Yes. Sabina. So some of my family's from Sabina. Eugene the Mummy is now our president.
Yeah.
No, this was a guy that died and nobody knew who he was. So he was just put on display and then eventually traveled around the world. People would come to see this mummified dead guy. They originally mummified him and put him on display hoping somebody would recognize him, a family member or something.
Okay.
And people came from everywhere, like out of state, to see him.
Yeah, this went on from, it was like 40 years.
Yeah.
They just...
found dead in 1928, buried 64, yeah. So my uncle, who lived in Sabina, was born probably... Let's see, Dad was born 59. He was born about the same time. So he was alive when Eugene the Mummy was still out of the grave.
That's so weird.
But yeah, Sabina...
Like, why do fucking people do weird shit like that?
Well, 1928, I mean...
Who cares? You don't... No family, bury him.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Give him a name, put a headstone there, call it a done day.
Yeah, but think about it. That guy's more famous in death than he ever was in real life.
But he didn't make... he didn't make any money off of it.
He didn't, but they did.
But they did. Oh, of course they did. The government always makes... Always
you just answered your question. It wasn't the government. I think it was a funeral home.
Oh, well.
Because they started charging people.
There's that, too, I guess. I mean, you pay coming into the world and you pay going out.
Yeah. Just like Taco Bell. Burns going in, burns going out.
Yeah, Taco Bell doesn't really burn.
Depends on how much fire sauce you use.
The history of Rogues Hollow.
I've heard of this one.
So, Tales of a Haunted Mill, Crybaby Bridge, Shaking Graveyard.
Crybaby Bridges are all over the country.
They're everywhere. Yeah, Headless Horseman. It's one of Ohio's most haunted areas. It's Ohio's very own version of Sleepy Hollow, and most Ohioans don't even know it exists, like many rural areas and small towns in Ohio. Rogues Hollow was once a thriving coal mining village. Well, yeah, I mean, most everything, I would say, on the southeastern
Appalachia
area, is coal mining area. Rogues Hollow was actually once a place notorious for outlaws and gangsters. A hideout, shootouts, and robberies were common here. Why would you do...
Now it's called Youngstown.
It's Wellsville. And these continued until the 20th century. In spite of all the town's crooked reality and particular tales, creepy things continue to happen here. Sounds of crying babies at night, shaking grounds at the graveyard, and ghost sightings continue to haunt the hollow and visitors that dare to explore.
What were you going to ask? You started to say, why would you?
Well, yeah, if you're a crook, a thief, gunslinger, whatever terminology you want to use, why would you rob a place you're hiding out at? You don't want to bring attention to yourself.
Yeah.
Therefore, and then have a shootout in a place you're hiding.
Yeah.
Okay. The Legend of Helltown.
I think we touched on this one.
Yeah, we touched it inappropriately.
We groped it a little.
It's a once thriving small town in Boston Mills, eventually turned into a ghost town. Today, some people claim that the government actually closed the town after some sort of chemical accident that caused the citizens to mutate. And some people claim to have actually seen disfigured, mutated people still hiding in the area. In reality, the historic town of Boston Mills was acquired by the U.S. government to make way for the Cuyahoga Valley National Park.
Okay, I like the terminology here. because I've done research on this story. YouTube suggested rabbit hole type crap.
Yeah.
I'm watching stories on Ohio, like the Circleville letters. Boston Mills was not acquired by the U.S. government.
No.
The U.S. government gave people an ultimatum. Get out of your house or die when we bulldoze it.
Yes.
We're going to burn it down. We're going to clean the place out.
They did what is that? Intimate domain.
Eminent domain, yeah.
Is that what I said?
I don't know.
All right.
I was trying to think while you said
Eminent domain.
Intimate domain.
Ooh.
We are going to shove it right up your butt. Bend over. You're taking it. Yeah, it's not a good story.
No, it's never.
The U.S. government overreach.
So
stealing from people.
I'm watching.
And giving them 20% of what their property's worth at best.
We're watching Yellowstone.
I haven't started it.
Highly recommend it.
I've heard it's great.
I didn't want to watch it. And then, of course, Sarah and Jose were like, you got to watch it. You have to fucking watch it. You have to watch it. I'm watching it. They're actually doing something similar to this right now.
Yeah.
Where they're trying to put an airport in the middle of a 100,000-acre ranch in Montana.
Yeah.
On the show, I'm only in season 2, so out of, I think, 5.
Spoiler alert.
4 or 5. Yeah, spoiler. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what happens yet, but they're dealing with this same bullshit. The funny thing is the way that they've shown on the map in the show, like, we're going to put an airport here. There's no way to get to the airport. Like, they didn't buy enough land, or they're not acquiring enough land, the government, to say, well, here's a road in and out. There's still... So
it's just an airport in the middle of...
It's just an airport in the middle of a field.
Somebody else's land.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's like you fly in, and then you can't get anywhere because...
You fly in on a plane, you have to helicopter to your destination.
You used to have to fly out on a helicopter to get somewhere. Jeez. So I found that to be slightly humorous as far as...
That sounds like something the government would do.
Just always looking at things in shows to see where they've screwed something up.
Yeah.
So, anyway... All right, The Haunting of Waynesville.
I have heard of this one. I don't know a lot about it, though.
So this is Warren County, so up north, I think. Quaint historic town with a population of approximately 2,834 people, but is rumored to have more than 30 haunted places. The seemingly normal small town is actually deemed the most haunted village in Ohio by Christopher Woodyard?
I think it'd be Woodyard, but it spelled Woodyard, so I don't know.
Okay. Of the popular Haunted Ohio books. All right. The Lizard Man.
Yeah, I've heard a little about this, but this is more of a cryptid kind of chupacabra, Mothman.
Yeah, the Bigfoot Jersey Devil type of thing. Okay. The Legend of Elizabeth's Grave.
I've studied this several times.
This is down near you in Chilltown.
Yep.
A.k.a. Chillicothe, the original capital of Ohio.
Yep.
I still kind of wish it was the capital of Ohio.
Second highest crime rate in Ohio, too, I believe.
Well, then it's perfect.
By population, yeah.
It's perfect.
Yep.
All right. The Legend of...
Going to read it?
No.
Okay.
Go ahead. I mean, you can read it.
The infamous legend starts at Mount Union Pleasant Cemetery.
Go ahead. Can you read that?
What is this, an article for ants? Martelle just zoomed all the way out.
Zoomed all the way out for it. I'll actually zoom in.
There we go.
And make it a
bit
easier.
The story of Elizabeth's Grave, few people take this for a less try. It's a small
cemetery,
road. There's some dispute about which headstone is Elizabeth's Grave, often spelled as Elizabeth. There are 2 headstones, one's which pictures are above. It's said to haunt the cemetery because she hung herself from a tree in the area and is unhappy with visitors moving her headstone.
Why would people move the headstone?
So I don't know. Why do people go in and kick over headstones?
That I never understood either.
There's
a cemetery up the road here, and there's like the main cemetery is now on the west side of the road, but the original cemetery is on the east side.
Oh yeah,
of the road.
right.
Yeah, and there are like some old headstones. You see, they're kicked in half.
Yeah,
they're fucking assholes.
And I understand over time, if not taken care of, headstones will deteriorate.
Yes, these are kicked. These have been
hundreds of years. So when they're broken or toppled over, it's just kids that have nothing better to do and were raised improperly.
Which are most kids today.
I mean, at the end of my parents' road is a Civil War cemetery, and there's some in there broken. I'm like, why? Like those people, like, leave it be.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, I don't get it.
The Legend of Gore Orphanage. The legend starts and ends with Gore Orphanage Road. According to Weird Ohio, there was once an orphanage along... This is the Melonheads, I think.
No?
No,
I've actually been by this place by accident.
Oh, okay. So the road is that
Vermilion,
Ohio, in the late 1800s. Supposedly, a mysterious fire burned down the orphanage, and the old man Gore lost his license to run the orphanage, so the new orphanage was never built. Today, brave explorers have reported distant screams of children. Oh, okay, I've heard this one. Yeah, in the area, as well as children's handprints mysteriously appearing on their cars.
Yeah, I was one of those things where I was out of town for work and put in avoid highways. And ended up going by Vermilion. So I wasn't at Gore Orphanage, but I saw Gore Orphanage Road or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh, I've heard of that.
Interesting. All right, Center of the World, Ohio.
Never heard of it.
Me either. Did you know there? I've been to Center, Ohio, which is I think smack dab middle of Ohio.
I know there's Centerville, Ohio.
No, there's a Center. I think it's Center, Ohio, because it's right off of State Route 22.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I always just kind of counted Columbus as a center, but I guess geographically...
it's not the center. So, yeah, here's US 22. And it is...
That's not the center of Ohio.
That is definitely not the center of Ohio.
That's out by Cambridge.
Yeah, no, it's way off. So, it's not the center of Ohio. Anyway, I'm an idiot.
Oh, well, when you put in Center Ohio, it showed Cambridge. So, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's...
Civic Center Drive.
So there's me, Center, Ohio, boom. It's taking me back to Columbus.
Yeah, the Civic Center Drive.
The Civic Center Drive, which Center, Ohio is actually way out over here. So Cambridge.
No, because last one you had pulled up, it said Center, Ohio in the search bar, but below it, it said Cambridge, Ohio. So it wasn't a town of Center. Is there a town named Center?
Yeah. Center.
Right, go down the next. See Cambridge. So go back, right below it there.
Yeah, Center, Ohio, which is just out. It's just outside of. So here's Cambridge. It's just outside of Cambridge.
Okay,
yeah, Center. It's tiny. Like you blink, you miss it, type of thing.
It shouldn't have its own name. It should just be part of Cambridge.
Well, it's too far from Cambridge. It's still like 20 miles outside of Cambridge, 30 miles outside of Cambridge. Cambridge isn't that big.
No, I've been there.
But it's right here near Salt Fork Lake, where there's Bigfoot sightings.
Yes, Appalachia.
All right. So Center of the World. Did you know the Center of the World is actually right here in Ohio? Well, kind of. Actually, Ohio is just home to a small community named Center of the World. Most people don't know about it. It was once planned to make the community a significant economic center. Today, it's just a humble little town founded on a bizarre legend.
Never heard of it.
Well, let's see where that's at.
Center of the World, Ohio. I've never heard of that. And I've lived in Ohio my entire life.
Same. Give me the map.
Give me the map.
And zoom out. So it's up near Warren. Which is funny because...
That's not too far from your
not far from,
grounds.
Youngstown and Hubbard and where I used to hang out. Boardman. Interesting. Warren. How many are these? How many are there? Are these? Okay. The Deadly History of Ohio's Witches Tower.
I have heard of this one.
I've never heard of this one, but apparently it's down near Dayton.
Yeah.
All right, so...
Yeah, it's a pretty cool tower. It's supposedly haunted. Has to do with
Peggy.
Death of Peggy
Harmison.
Yep. They sought shelter in the tower during a storm. Her and her boyfriend lightning struck the tower, killing Peggy, and leaving her boyfriend badly burned. So it's supposedly haunted by her.
Oh, okay. Get the fuck out, bitch.
Walhalla Road, I've read about quite in depth.
I've never heard of this one either.
Yeah. It's one of those... I'll read it. I can see you're waiting on me.
I'm reading through it.
Ohio's full of haunted streets have become centerpieces of local legends, but there's one in Central Ohio that's probably the creepiest. Within the unique geographical niche in North Columbus, Niche, winds Walhalla Road, where it is said that at night passerby are haunted by a man who killed his wife and children before committing suicide beneath the road's bridge. The legends of the road may vary, but the hauntings remain.
Okay.
So with this one, it's said that if you turn off your car under the bridge, it won't start. That's part of the legend lore I've heard or read or whatever.
Okay.
Never tested it. It's in Columbus. I've just never cared to go.
That's
not afraid either. I'm just like, I'm never on that part of town.
Not afraid. I just don't want to go somewhere and not have my car start.
Yeah,
out of pure laziness.
So it's haunted by a ghost that keeps your car from starting so you can't drive away. But he doesn't kill you or nothing. He just laughs at you like,
dumbass.
Yeah, you got to call AAA. Look, you idiot. Everybody told you your car wouldn't start.
I'm trying to find... Let's see if I can find it here real quick before we end the show. I used to hang out here in like Steubenville, like the Wintersville. But I'm trying to find...
I can't hear Steubenville without thinking of the movie, That Thing You Do.
I didn't know it was in that movie,
That
Thing You Do.
When they're in the guy's trailer that first signs them, he's like, I guarantee you a record, you'll be on the radio within a week, 2 weeks tops, or we rip up your contract, that guy. He's like, we're going to have you playing county fairs and all this, and in Youngstown, Pittsburgh, Steubenville. And Lenny on the movie goes, Steubenville?
It's such a shithole town.
Back then it wasn't, though.
No. So I'm trying to find, there used to be a place, we used to go hang out on this bridge. And I'm trying to remember where that bridge...
I'm guessing over the river. Or was it over a road?
No, it wasn't over. So the Ohio River's here. We were up in the country.
Oh, okay.
So we got Steubenville. Where is... I need to follow Sunset Boulevard. That's how I can figure out where this thing is. So
Sunset Boulevard definitely doesn't sound like a place I'd be in.
Right there, Sunset Boulevard.
Popular road name in Steubenville, Ohio.
No, it's the main road
it's like the
out.
main drag.
43, Route 43. But I'm trying to remember trying to figure out exactly where. Douglas Applegate, okay.
Yeah, I've never
Lovers
been out there.
Lane, Sunset, keep going.
Jeez.
Well, so here it changes names, but we still called it Sunset. But I'm trying to figure out exactly where I'm at.
Climb Road and Frank Road.
Because there was like a back way that we would go. Because we'd go out 22. So here's 22.
Right.
And it turns from to Caddis Road. Because there's I'm not going to be able to find it because I haven't been there in 30 years. But there was a bridge out here that was supposed to be haunted, and we would go sit on that, go park off to the side of the road and then go sit on this bridge, just sit on the railing. But it was like a deep ravine down below. It was probably like a good 50 foot or so.
That's pretty good size.
And it spanned that ravine, but I don't remember exactly where it was, to be honest. But it was off of Sunset. You went off of Sunset and you followed a road, this little windy road out into the middle of nowhere.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, it can't be on the main drag.
No, it definitely wasn't on the main drag. But it's trying to find waterways here is there's no...
Yeah. Thanks, Google.
Yeah, Google, you suck. I mean, that could be it right
Why
there.
don't you
Wildwood
just
Avenue.
Google Steubenville Haunted Bridge?
Because it's...
Or Wintersville
I don't know
Haunted
that
Bridge.
I don't know that it's a necessarily known thing.
Yeah, but if you Google, you'll find out.
We said it was haunted. We didn't know if it was actually haunted or not.
Yeah, but that's how all these lores and legends start.
So, fuck it. I'm done. I'm not looking for it anymore. All right. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Insta, Google, Tweetstagram.
Always buy Maker Mark 46.
Yes, good stuff.
It's always good. Never been disappointed with the exception of chocolate milkshake. And even that was still good.
It was still good, just didn't live up to the hype we read everybody else talking about.
Yeah. So, I'm Martelle. He's Randy. We're out.
Goodbye.